Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. I am Asha Velez and today I'm going to be teaching you how to sew a couture style spring dress with basic sewing skills. For this dress, I purchased three things: butterfly wings, a bodysuit, and some satin fabric from my local fabric store. I love little black dresses, but I felt like a butterfly would give it that pop of color everybody needs for spring. But if these wings aren't your style, you can always find more options on Amazon. So after you've watched this video a few times, bust out that sewing machine and get a little bit of courage and let's get to work, because spring is just around the corner and you want to be ready to look fabulous. When I got my butterfly wings from Amazon, I noticed that they were transparent and they looked a little cheesy. So I had to solution that by lining them with some black fabric and make the color pop a little bit more and make them look a little bit more upscale and chic, you know? So if you're doing the wings like I'm doing the wings, put your fabric on the floor with front side facing up and then take your butterfly wings and face them down. Then begin to pin them just as you see me doing here so you can sew them together. When you begin to sew them together though, don't forget to leave yourself an opening or mark yourself an opening somewhere, because you'll need to turn these butterfly wings inside out so you can see the beautiful effect once you're done. Once you're done pinning, head over to the sewing machine and put your needle as close to the edge as possible. I think professionals call it like a 1/8 seam. I'm just gonna say keep your needle as close to the edge as possible as you sew these wings together, and don't forget about that opening because you want to turn this inside out once you're done. Once you're done, take out all of the pins and reveal your beautiful butterfly by turning it inside out. Now that the butterfly wings are inside out, you're going to have to top stitch the butterfly wings. Once again, stay as close to the edge as possible. That way it can have a nice sleek finish and it could look really flat and pretty. I think it just looks prettier. Anyway, keep going. When I went back and looked at this video, old Asha really couldn't explain what she was doing and the camera didn't get a very good angle. So I'm just going to explain it to you. This little elastic that you see on camera was on the inside of the wing when I purchased it. So what I did was I removed that elastic with a seam ripper and then I sandwiched it in between the right sides of the butterfly wing and the fabric, and then I sewed it in. That way when I turned the wings inside out after I sewed them, this little elastic would be something I could use to hold the wings up whenever I wanted to have the shawl wrapped around me. Sewing the wings together, turning them inside out, and then top stitching them really shouldn't take that long. But because I had some trouble with my needle, because I'm not a very experienced sewer, it did take me a while and I end up in my pajamas exhausted after a long day of trial and error. But don't let that discourage you. Whenever there's something wrong or just doesn't work, either take a break or come back to the project later, or just keep on going until you finish. Alright, so we're back at the machine now because I decided to pin the two wings together so it could be one wing instead of two. So I'm going to do that now. This dress has been in my dreams for the past couple of weeks and I just can't wait to make a dream into a reality. Okay, so this is what I did. I pinned the wings together on this satin side, and then I guess I have the right side on the inside. So I'm going to sew this together. So just watch me, guys. Just watch me as I turn my dreams into a reality. Oh. And get stabbed in the process. I'll just show you what I'm doing. Okay, let's see what it looks like. I don't really like how this looks because now it looks kind of like lady parts. Lady parts is what I wanted to say, but I didn't. I don't know, maybe I'm just like, I have a nasty mind, but so I think I'm gonna change it. Oh God. All right, back to the drawing board. I think I figured out how I could hide this ugly inside that was on the back of it, because I want it to look like nice and just flat and black, just like that, because the back will essentially be the front technically whenever the wings are down. So I'm going to basically cut out this other seam that's on the opposite side. It was the other half of it. So I'm going to cut this side, which is the left side, and then I'm going to sew the right side over it so it can look nice and smooth like that. So just give me a minute while I cut all of that out, and then I sew back over it, and I will show you guys the back. All right, guys, I'm at the point where I just need a break, but I wanted to sit here for a second while I fix my hair and eat some polyester cheese and talk about the next stage of this dress. I'm trying to sew a circle square skirt. It's basically a square with a circle in the middle, and you kind of put it around your waist, and then you sew it into whatever it is you're sewing it into. And since I've never sewn a circle square skirt, I have no idea what I'm doing, and I'm just gonna wing it. It's probably gonna look crazy, but I really don't care. I'm gonna show you guys what I'm doing with the skirt. That's my little dress form over there. I'm gonna try to put the skirt around the dress form. I don't even know for what, because I would have to totally unpin the skirt and then repin it to the bodysuit that's over there. And I don't know what I'm doing. So just stay tuned as I try to finish this dress. I hope you guys are having a great weekend. Just let me finish my snack. Bye. Okay, so before you can sew a circle square skirt, you have to prepare it. What they tell you to do is to measure your hips. Mine were 38 inches all the way around. After you find out how wide your hips are, you divide it by pi r squared. I don't know if any of you are good at math, but basically that's 3.14 times 2, which came out to be 6.28. So 38 divided by 6.28, and I basically got 6. And the reason why you need that measurement is because you're going to go to the corner of the circle square skirt, and you're going to cut a circle into the skirt that is going to measure, in my case, 6 inches, which you'll see me doing here in the video. Now, the reason why you do this is because eventually you're going to want to fit this skirt either over your head or over your thighs, and if you don't give yourself adequate amount of space, you won't be able to fit in this dress, and you'll have wasted about 6 hours of your life making it for absolutely no reason. Another really important tip when you're doing this is to be able to fold the fabric in 4. There is another way that you can do it, but since I didn't try that, I'm not even going to talk about it. The reason why you want to fold it in 4 is so that it is an entire square with a circle directly in the middle. Another measurement that's really important to think about when you're going to sew this circle square skirt is how long you want this skirt to be. Now, originally I measured from my waist all the way down to my knees, and I thought that that was the length that I wanted it to be. But after I cut it out, I realized I wanted it to be a little bit shorter, so always leave yourself a little bit more fabric just in case you change your mind. The best order of operations is to know how wide you're going to need to make the circle, how long you're going to want your skirt to be, and then you're going to want to add all of those measurements together to figure out how big you want the square to be before you begin to cut the circle into the skirt. I'll also do you guys a favor and link the video that I originally saw before I made this dress, because the woman who taught me how to do it actually knows how to explain it far better than I do. You can learn anything on YouTube. One thing you're not going to see in the video that I link, who gives you a tutorial on how to do a circle square skirt, is that she actually cuts her square perfectly. I decided to make my square a little more curvy just to add some definition and exaggeration to the design. Once I was done, I added a rolled hem to the edges so that the fabric wouldn't fray. Alright, so after what felt like an eternity, I must have spent like 3 hours trying to pin the circle square skirt to the bodysuit, the skirt, and the whatever. I just basically pinned it all together randomly because I was gonna try to make a design, but who am I kidding? I'm not like a master designer, so I'm just hoping that the skirt is underneath the leotard or whatever you want to call it the right way. I'm going to show you this elaborate pinned out skirt that I'm going to sew around, and hopefully I don't mess it up. But just give me a second. Give me a second. I don't even know where to start. Okay, let's just put this thing in here. It looks like a kaleidoscope of pins. All right, let's just pray. I don't even know how I'm gonna get all these pins out. Lord. All right, foot down. And let's sew.
on, let me turn the music off. All right, let's see if I was able to actually finish this correctly. I'm gonna get this out and get this out, pull it out, and then I'm gonna cut off all these crazy pieces of thread that are just everywhere. And let's see how it turned out. I'm so worried. Okay, let's see. Oh, I did get some designs into it, or like some layers and stuff. I should try this on. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try this on and then show you guys what it looks like. So give me a minute to change my clothes.
Now it's time to pin your shawl / train to the back of your dress. In my case, it's a butterfly wings. I was really careful to pin the butterfly wings to the bodice because I didn't want it to get bunched up and sewed in the wrong place. After I did that, I put some pins on the left and right side where my waist was located to make sure that I knew how long the seam was going to have to be, and then I pinned it a little bit more just to be secure so that it wouldn't move or fumble, because satin has a tendency to do that. Once I was done, I put it underneath the sewing machine, and it was just time to sew a zigzag line from the left and from the right a couple of times just to be secure. Now, this is the first dress, and I didn't really want a zigzag line on the outside, but since it's just my first time, the result still came out really nice, but I later on discovered there was a better way, but for now, this still works. Alright, so after I cut this butterfly dress free from the sewing machine, I decided to fly a kite to Puerto Rico and see what the dress would feel like on a nice hot summer day, because it's still winter in New York City and I will not be wearing this dress anywhere but my living room. And Lord knows this butterfly couldn't wait not even 10 more minutes to get on me and get out the door.